Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. Midday morning on a Thursday, the 8th of June. Welcome on into the show. Hope everybody's doing well. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here. Facebook groups, Winfrey Picks, Parlays. We got YouTube channels for all those in the Sean Higgs. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, give me a follow. And, well, Twitter, plays are posted there. So enjoy. And if you're on the podcast, thank you for listening. And if you haven't figured out already, you can listen after the fact podcast, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. The Midday Money Show's there. So why not follow it there? Doesn't cost you anything. No, I get a follower. It's great. I don't even know how that works. I'm not a big podcast guy. I'm more of a video kind of watcher, listener. Where are we at? Let's recap the day's action from yesterday. 1 and 2 in the video and with my place. It happens sometimes. What am I gonna do? We had under San Diego, never in doubt going over. Miami run line winner, and the Rangers could not score at all. A 1-0 loser there. So that was our recap there. What am I going to do? Oh, that's right. Denver Nuggets in a rout. Oh, Gold Eagle, Heat in 7, book it. T-Money, Heat's winning that championship. Who else came in with some crazy talk yesterday? Rob was lovely. Heat. Todd prepared Heat big tonight. Was that gracious? Like the Heat one line? Everybody liked the Heat last night. I don't know. How about those Dodgers? A lot of Dodger love here, I thought, yesterday, too, as well. No way they get swept by the Reds. Today's picks, and not much. I got to tell you, my best play of the day got wiped out. I had the under Nats 9. That was on the sites. And the Crazy Canadians start a fire, and there's no baseball. One pick. Houston, under the 8.5. Against the Blue Jays today. That's that. Vegas on the ice hasn't changed. NBA, I should have ran down my record. I forgot to run down the records. I'll do that in a second. But today's picks, that's it. There is not much going on. I don't love the card. What am I going to do about it? Props. A couple props. Again, I was looking, I was thinking maybe a K prop today, or maybe going against a pitcher. Whether the Reds and Dodgers, we see a lot of runs. Maybe a hit prop there for either pitcher to give up some hits. But I'm like, you know what? Let me go to Baltimore and Milwaukee. Baltimore got smacked around. So I got some ribbies here. Hayes plus 170, Hicks 240, and Mountcastle for the O's at plus 185. Owen Miller and Weimer for Milwaukee at a plus 210, 240. I know, Weimer's out of the bottom spot, but he's hitting like 470 and just raking. If somebody gets on, maybe, I take shots at these big things. That 4 and 3 yesterday in props, 3-4 plus 345, but for the year, again, I take big shots. You see all these. 3 of the 5 are over 2-1. We were 199 and 360. We're down 21-20. So always the truth. NBA winner though, 68-63, plus 120 in the video. We are plus 471 on the season, 36 and 32. Hockey 50-61, down $32 in the video. Vegas plus 105, 67 and 80 on the year, minus 106. Major League Baseball 209 and 211 on the season, plus 681 in the video. We're down 416, 126 and 142. Well, we'll get it right. Long season. It is what it is. Now into the comments today. Michael's got to be excited with the Giants. Nice little comeback last night over the Rockies. Nick's in the house. Hit the like button. Appreciate you hitting the like button. Thank you. What night? Miami money line, lock of the century. Yeah, I know. It was a joke. Denver first half, money line, full game, triple double. Denver second half, Murray over points. I mean, we said this. Would I be shocked at a Denver in going 4-1, winning the 5 games? No. You saw it last night. Michael, MLB not as good. Lost 3-way on the Mariners game, but caught the Giants money line plus 500 live in Red team. Red team total was the lock. We said that. It was a 2.5 in the first 5 for the Red team total. I mean, Syndergaard to the IL to join in. Hang it up. Follow the Grom right at the door. See ya. See ya. Nathan. Come to my house, I'll kill you. That was great, but very true. I told you, Nate. Listen, it's people, because he was talking like, oh, you got to watch boxing. I mean, what are you? All right. I mean, if you make a video, well, that's a whole nother video of videos to do, Nate. Miz, my guy, what do you got here? Houston money line here. I'm not gonna hate a Framber play. You're not gonna get that from me. I like Framber, so I'm gonna say okay to that. Sure. I mean, I think the guy's really good. I think he's a Cy Young guy. Philly run line, you have to laying 250 with the Phillies here and Zach Wheeler, Tyler Holton, and why not? Detroit 5 straight losses, and I'll be honest with the chat. I could have came in. There's a lot of spots I could have threw in here, chat wise, based on streaks. Tampa Bay's won 5 in a row. Minnesota's lost 4. I could have went that route, although they took last now. I think. We got a pitching change in there, or we have a starter coming in first. Chirinos is going to start that one. The Philly game's another one could have went run line. The Sox. Winners of 4 straight after we cashed the other day with them on plus 145. A doubleheader, though. I can't. I'm out of the doubleheader business. Angels keep winning 3 in a row. Cubs losing. Could have threw the Angels in here. Could have threw the Braves in here. Won 4 straight. 5 straight loss for the $370 million payroll Mets. Natties have lost 4 in a row. Dodgers have lost 4 in a row. Reds have won 3 in a row. Colorado's dropped 3 straight. A lot of ways we could go here. A lot of ways with that Philly game. So Philly run line, sure. Philly over, I don't hate. Yankees both games over, and the Tampa Bay run line. I don't know if I like Yankees both game over. Because here, that means you're expecting the Yankees to hit. And, they're not here in the chat. I want to see more line. Like, I don't think I have a lineup set for Yankees. Now, yesterday we had a couple versus Lance Lynn. We sort of liked, right? It was, I think, Stanton. Who did I have yesterday? Stanton and Rizzo Ruby props. And I would still maybe come back on them. I might do it a personal for myself in that one. But again, I don't love that. I mean, Jake Bowers, Willie Calhoun, IKF Opie, none of these guys are hitting. Josh Donaldson, Josh Donaldson's going to find a fountain of youth. And I know Lynn is bad, but you're asking a lot for the Yanks to hit and to go over. At game 2, I liked Randy Velasquez. I like Velasquez run line. Now, this is again, are the Yanks going to score 7 runs in this game, be like a 7-4 game? I don't know if that's happening. I can't do an over Yank games. How do you do over? Good luck with that. Tampa Bay run line. You had to do Tampa Bay run line. I just mentioned them. Although even at a 125, I don't hate doing a straight up money line in this spot here with them. They've won 5 in a row. Minnie's lost 4. Why wouldn't you? It's a short number. Bailey Ober's pitched fine. I get it. The ERA is creeping up because you can't pitch to a 1.5 ERA the whole season when you're Bailey Ober, because you'll be going barely over. So I would do I would even say a money line 125 that I wouldn't hate. Bucks it out again for Minnie. Guy's never healthy. Never healthy. Always hurt. And he's like 30. Like, you think he's young. He's 30 years old. Davis, my guy, Virginia. We'll move on to this. College baseball. Orioles might be fading. Lost 3 of the last 4 series. Yeah, they've lost a couple games. Lost to the Giants. They lose a couple to the Brewers here. Understandable. Nick says, yesterday was okay day. I had under 7.5. Brew Crew. I wasn't expecting a giant 10 spot. That's for sure. Miami under. Yes. Giants under. Did that one go over there? Mariners over. You had the Mariner over, huh? I know. Was that you? I knew somebody had the over. I was like, I really can't go over there. Dodgers over was a easy play. Cubs under and over in Cubs and under in the NBA. Nice one. Yeah, I thought the NBA would go over, just because I got what I wanted from Denver. I got guys scoring a bunch of points, but Miami, line up the unders. Denver's going to win these by 10 because Miami can't score. Sorry, Miami fans. I saw a few gems on the slate. You got a couple gems. All right. I mean, again, can I come in and bet right off the bat 8 games, 8 sides that I could say I would bet? Yes, there are 8 sides I'd bet. Tampa Bay money line, Philly run line, White Sox, and I had to do the Sox in a doubleheader because it's even if they lose the first one, sweeping doubleheaders are tough, and plus the Yankee teams. I don't think the Yankee team is very good. Angels, Braves, Arizona, although that's a postponed game. The Reds and San Fran. Now, do I want to bet the Reds as a giant $2 dog against Kershaw? I mean, that's a whole nother ball of wax. I would just pass. Again, I had the Nats under was my top play. I do have the Houston under as well. But sidewise, I just ran off 8 of them. Well, 7 with the game postponed. I jinxed you last night. No, Marie, you didn't just jinx you. It wasn't you. The Heat were going to lose. I told you that. You should have listened. I told you that 3 days ago. Game's over. 4-1. 4-1. We said that after game 2. I said it was going to be a sweep or a 4-1. I'd be shocked at 6 games. I don't know. I mean, you're not the jinx, Maurice. There's other people that are out there like just can't get blinded by a team. Look at the whole. As I'm using my mouth to make a circle, but not just. Look at the whole thing for Denver. Best team in the league all year. All right. Well, somebody got injured on this team. Somebody got injured. Doesn't make a difference. They stayed healthy. Took care of business versus everybody. Champs. DeMont says Astros under. Yes. Dodgers game over. Okay. Vegas team total over 2.5. I hope so. I got Vegas on the money line here plus 105. Marie says the Orioles. I don't hate the Orioles with Bradish on the hill. I still think, and I know I got a comment on Twitter like, "Oh, Orioles are the most overrated team in baseball." Again, second most wins in baseball, tied for most wins on the road, but they're overrated. Somehow, an overrated team just keeps winning and winning and winning. Are you going to lose a little? Yeah. I said coming into the series, or it was like San Fran series. If you're going to get decent plus money with the O's, take them as a dog. They win. And especially today. Trevor's in the house. Welcome. Hugsy. I like that better than Hugsy. Mrs. Some books have Kershaw minus 2.5. Whatever. Take the Reds. What? We're running. Let's run to take the Dodgers. There's no way they could lose again. Besides the fact they lost 4 in a row. No way they can get swept. Nobody gets swept, right? It's the Dodgers. Nathan. Timmy likes the Jays. Excuse me for the yawn. I'm biased toward Framber. We know this, right? I had to Cy Young on Framber. Barrios at home has been decent. That's why I like the under. Can I? You're getting a little plus money. I'm not going to say no to somebody because I didn't bet Framber. I didn't bet the Astros to have the under. I'm hoping Barrios has a strong game to keep this game under. Mike, I'm not taking a shot on the Reds. I am taking a shot on Reds plus 1.5 plus 135. I do not want to lay the juice with the Giants. It's the Coolers. If I live to get a llama, it's the Coolers. The Coolers. What is? I'll jump in Giants 15-3 last 18 against the Rocks. And I thought yesterday I was going to come in here and be like, yeah, let's lay 190 on the road with the Giants yesterday. They battled back, but that's why Colorado is a terrible team. That's what you expect from terrible teams. But I'm with you. I mean, you can't, I say this all the time. You can't come in here and lay 175, $2 on the road and expect to make money long term. Dave says TCU minus 165 on Friday. Indiana State never been College World Series. I've never been to College World Series. I don't even know. Now, if we're talking TCU versus the Sycamores here in college basketball, I'd probably be leaning towards Indiana State. Baseball? Nope. Nick, moneyline in-game play on the Guardians, Jays, and my soccer, which I gave yesterday, on both teams to score. West Ham and Flortina. The soccer. Throw the soccer in here. I don't know soccer. And if there's any college baseball, throw it in here for Davis. He just likes to bet college baseball. NBA Finals Game 4 is the ultimate conspiracy theory game. He doesn't want it to be 4-1, so it'll depend on the next game. Here, I mean, conspiracy. Would I be shocked if Miami wins this game? No. But it has nothing to do with NBA conspiracy. It's a question that you're in the NBA Finals. You've already proven you could win against this team. You beat them on their own home court. You've gone on the road and beat Boston. You know, you. So if it's a circle the wagons, this is it for us. We need to save our season. That's a conspiracy? No. I can't rule that as a conspiracy. The conspiracy would have been Golden State not getting, Golden State game going 7. Like that would have been easy to be like, they want Golden State to go 7. I mean, Denver, they want the Lakers series to go. They don't want Denver in there. There's no conspiracy. It's a game for I don't even know what the line is in this Miami game. What is the line for this game? I mean, it's up to 3.5. I mean, I'm obviously going to be on Denver again. I don't know if I'm going to do a play here in the chat or anything. I mean, the totals, again, how these totals just keep coming down here. 218, 216, 213, down to 210. And why is that? Miami can't score 100 points. Will I be shocked if Miami wins? No. Do I think they are? No. Mets team total under? I'd say yeah. I'll go under with you here. Who's that? Strider's on the hill today? And the Mets are just reeling. It'd be great if the Mets started dealing guys. Nick says, moneyline Astros say, well, I like the Stros. I mean, I want the under more than anything. Nick said, thinking about the Brewers, Orioles, luck is over. I mean, is that really, it's luck? I mean, maybe it's luck winning 37 games. I'm not talking at all up to luck. Got to be a little good. San Fran minus 170 today. It's way too much of a price for me to lay, Dave. Come on. You've been here enough. I know you don't ever answer my comments when I say this, but laying 170, I can't lay 170. Run line. I would rather lose run line than lay a 170. Not what I do. The Yankee bats wake up on one of these two games. Well, you'd think, but again, we hope in one hand and poop in the other. See which one fills up first, miss. We're not, that's the case. Bet Minnesota today. They're due for a win. Tigers are due for a win. Let's see how this works out tomorrow. The due for a win kind of theory. Let's see who's due for a win. The Dodgers, Nationals are gone. The Mets, Dodgers, Mets, Cubbies, Tigers, and Twins. Go bet all those guys. Go bet all the guys due for a win. See what happens. I'm not on the due for a win kind of. I can't lay to 185 with the brace. Run line. The fact that they're laying 185 to Verlander. That's where the Mets are. Angels today. I don't hate I love Reed Detmers. I have a Cy Young ticket. He's been terrible. Step backwards, much like another Cy Young ticket I have in Alec Manoah, who's pitching in a rookie league right now. Man, Reed Detmers. Although the Cubs they got 11 wins on the road. They're miserable. Miserable, miserable, miserable. Finally, the guy who bet on Oakland, I'm happy for him. The guy who bet on Oakland. Couple wins on the Oakland team here. That, again with Oakland. Are we running the bet Oakland tomorrow? Like, I'm not looking to bet the A's. They've won a couple, but you talk about lucky team. Who's more lucky? Pittsburgh or the Orioles? Orioles had a nice little run last year. Step forward. I'm not really shocked that they're playing some decent baseball. On the flip side, that's a team like Pittsburgh. We're sold on Pittsburgh being a first, second place team. A's in Milwaukee tomorrow, by the way. A's in Milwaukee tomorrow. One, you need a big heart to bet. You definitely. Well, I mean, betting with is this like betting with the heart or betting with the dogs? You need the heart to bet. Actually, if there's no push, if I win, I get even money on totals. Even if you push, there is no push. If I win, I get even. So I'm confused here. Oh, I get you. There's no push because you get 8.5. You get the halves. Or I forgot yesterday you had all the halves. I forgot. Yes, I got it. When you saw that the Heat had to win a game, they shot 50% from three and still need to shoot 70 in the fourth quarter. Exactly. They have normally you have a crazy game like that, you're running away with something. And even last night's game got a little close. And I said I was hanging out with Earl and Picks from Dave and those guys. I said, the fact this game's getting a little close, people are going to think Miami was in this. They were not in that game at all. I do like Baltimore today, yes. Orioles road fave. I still like them. I still like the Orioles today. They got the Royals tomorrow. Interesting, we get the Rangers and the Rays. They push back last now to face the Rangers. Don't trust the Dodger bullpen. Blew 2 games already. Exactly, Miss. But there people who come in here and say, you got to take the Dodgers today. It's Kershaw. I mean, I understand it's Kershaw. And on the flip side of that is I got a red team that's won 3 in a row. You mentioned pulling out of the bullpen, getting some wins. I don't want to bet the Dodgers. How are we laying $2, $2.20 with the Dodgers? They've lost 4 in a row. Like I said, let's go to their due to win team. We were laying $2.20 with the Dodgers. The Mets are getting $1.50. Detroit's are probably getting $2. Cubbies are getting a little bit. I'm not looking for the let's bet the who's due team. Oh my goodness. Gracious, Baltimore's are playing good ball since the second half of last season. They have. So you're gonna hit some lumps. You hit a couple. That's hello baseball. I mean, hi, the Dodgers have lost 4 in a row. They're supposed to be a really good team. How about the Mets? Mets are supposed to go World Series. They lost 5 in a row. I mean, I don't want to hear teams are overrated. I mean, you have bad teams. There's the good bunch, and then there's the teams in between that are you don't know what they are. That's what makes the season. Who's gonna maintain? Who's gonna just fall off a cliff? Who overachieves player wise to push that team to where they are? Love baseball. Nick says I'm thinking of under in the Diamondbacks. So Diamondback game is canceled. All right, that game is done today. No Diamondback game. My best bet of the day. Nats under 9 last night. Put it out there. So they're not playing. Under in the Reds. Reds usually bats cool off after a 2-game run fest. Now, they've had 8 runs and 9 runs, 2 runs, 1 run, 8-4-2, 5-9, 8-8. Again, these are all against Cubs. 9-8, 8-9, or 9 versus Red Sox. So they had been hit a little bit. Again, on the road, Maybe worth a shot, Reds. Maybe not today. Again, I wasn't betting them today, even though they've won 3 in a row and the Dodgers have lost 4 in a row. Coming up, though, the Reds, who do they have next series? Who do the Reds have on Friday? Reds don't play on Friday? At the Cardinals. Here's a spot I'll be looking for an over with the Reds. Here are their scores of the last 6-game series. 8-2, 5-4, 9-8, 8-5, 8-5, 9-0. And they're playing the Cardinals, who last time they played the Cardinals at home, 6-5, 8-5, 10-3, 2-1. Sign me up for some over money in Cincinnati, St. Louis tomorrow. Tyler, my guy, how are you? Think the Twins got a chance today? I think they have a chance anytime you trot out a guy who's pitching well, and uh, Bailey Ober has pitched pretty good this season. I mean, him, Gray, Joe Ryan, I mean, they've been excellent. The problem is, as good as they've pitched, the team is still a 500 team. I mean, what is there to say about Ober? The guy's got a .97 WHIP on the year. So if you're going on a road, and again, 2 starts on the road, a .69 ERA, 196 batting average against an 85 WHIP, 13 innings, 9 hits, 12 Ks. Obviously not too shabby. Pretty good numbers. You face Cleveland, it's Cleveland. I'll give them props for a nice Dodger outing, 6 innings, 6 Ks, 6 hits. I mean, Tampa, though, at home, best hitting team in baseball. But you have Chirinos, who is I wish they just either made this guy a starter or reliever. He's all over the place, right? He comes in, I'm a starter for 10 games. I'm out of the bullpen. Here we go, more the same with him. What are you getting out of him? Are they just chalking this game up? Like, you got the Rangers up next. Why are we making a bullpen game today before you head into the Ranger game? Which, okay, I understand you got Glasnow going, who I like. You and the Rangers are the best offenses in baseball. Could maybe the Rangers hit a little? We're counting on a strong game. I don't know. Maybe Trinos gets lumped up. Am I running to bet this? No. I said this before, Tyler. If you want to go on the teams like Minnesota, who's dropped 4 in a row, and Tampa's won 5, so it's not like you're betting into a win streak. If you're going with they have a shot, they're due to win. Take them. Take Detroit. Take the Cubbies. Take the Mets. Take the Rockies. See how you do today. I can't play it. That's why I just said those 8 games came right off the board for me. 9. One's postponed. I had the total. Jerry, I'm late to show. What's your thoughts on WNBA game tonight? Connecticut Suns +5 over 169. Oh, Jerry, I am not a WNBA bettor. I know nothing about WNBA. The only thing I know about WNBA is that nobody watches it. It makes 0 money. That tennis. I mean, here we go. Nothing. I got 2.5 with the Nuggets for Game 4. I will continue to bet on the better team. Yeah, it's only going to go up. They are the better team. That's why I laid to 130 the other day. I'm like, if they're winning, they're going to win. If it's close, whatever, I'll lose to 130 and I'll get ready to come back on them in Game 4 at a shorter number. Baltimore gets it done today. I agree with Bradish today over Ray. Las Vegas Aces again. WNBA. I don't do it. Cincy run line worth a shot. Cleveland money line. I think it's worth a shot. I mean, the price isn't terrible because you have Here's the thing, though. Again, this is where I kind of just scratch off the games and say no, thank you. I get guys coming up first time. I don't know what to expect. Yeah, should I do maybe a run line instead of 140? Who's this kid? The guy has 2016 he pitched for Toronto. 5 games. 2017, 23 games out of the pen. 2020 he pitched an inning. 2022, 1 game, 1 inning. How do you take that serious? I mean, Matt Dermondi, 28th round pick, 32 years old. Good for him coming out and doing something. I mean, I can't get involved in that game. Cubbies, I'm biased towards Detmers. You know this. Smiley's pitched well this year. I don't hate it as a little dog. I totally understand it. Couldn't bet it. And Astros, like Framber. I got the under anyway. Jerry says, I like the under 210 on game 4. You mentioned like the Nuggets -3. Why is it? Why is that? Because the Nuggets they've been the best team in the league the entire season. Why wouldn't we take them? Miami can't score. They can't score. They can't score. They have no answer for Joker or Murray. I mean, you got two guys have a triple-double last night on you. And 30-point triple-doubles. You can't play. And, I mean, I'm going to say you can't play in defense. You only gave up, 108 points, whatever. I mean, what are you doing here? The Heat cannot score. Look at this. They score when they get hot from 3 every once in a while. That's not a recipe for success. That's not. I mean, do I like it that I should even say, because even if Denver loses this, it's not like they're going home and wrap it up. It's these back and forth games. There's no answer for Joker. He's going to do this again. Another triple-double in the books. I don't know if it's going to be a 30 and 20. He'll put up big numbers. You're getting really nothing from anybody else. I mean, this is a joke. Why would you like the Heat? What have you seen on the Heat? You had one quarter. Last night's game wasn't even as close as the final score here. I mean, stay away from the Heat. It's over. Nuggets. Gracious. Gentlemen's game may be postponed again today. Smoke's supposed to return around 5, according to Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Who's that? Storm Fields with the weather? NJ Burkert? Yeah. Again, that's another thing. If games get canceled, yeah. King D, how's it going? Not too bad. A little annoyed. I couldn't get a Rangers run last night, but it is what it is. It's back at it. We're back at it. Nick says I'm comparing Brewers and Astros on any of the Brewers are better. Do I agree? Do I agree the Brewers are better than the Orioles? No. If you're comparing the two. I don't think the Brewers are better. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. In fact, I'd say the Orioles should be better than what they are. Lineup wise. Pitching, I think they need to get another pitcher. But no. And listen, if we're talking, hey, I got a healthy Burns and Woodruff's pitching and back off the injured list and Peralta's pitching good, this isn't happening. So that would offset a bad lineup for the Brewers, which they have. Orioles lineup's pretty good. I think it could be better if guys were hitting. But no, I don't think they are better. Like the Orioles. Which team you like to watch on TV live? All these small teams, Rockies, Nats, D-backs, Cardinals, Tigers. It's a run fest, boring Twins, Orioles, Brewers. Well, you get a run fest because the Rockies are crap. The Nats have a combination of young guys who can hit, pitchers who are sometimes good. Diamondbacks have a great offense. The Cardinals stink, so you're going to see a lot of runs. The Tigers are crap, you'll see a lot of runs. The Reds are terrible pitching-wise. They get a lot of runs. I mean, who do I like to watch? If I'm going to just say like a random team, I'll say 2. It's going to be the White Sox and the Angels. And the Mariners. That's just weird. They're all American League teams. Because there are 3 teams where I like a lot of the guys in their lineups. I like a lot of their pitchers. Can you put it all together as a team? That's why it's a team. Like, it's about, Trouty's the MVP. Yeah, the guy's awesome. The team stinks. They don't do it. Nobody can do anything, right? You need to be good. Everybody's got to be playing well, right? And when you're playing really well at a certain time, you go on a run like the Nationals to win a World Series, or the Phillies to get to the World Series, or whoever. Like These three teams, you can't stay healthy. Somebody has a great year. Four other guys are on the injured list. Nobody's hitting at a time. I mean, uh, Wes says he loves BLT to avoid the sleep. Well, that I see betting onto the losing things I don't love because teams do get swept. So that's not. But on this case, like I've said about the Orioles, this series and the Giants series, the last two, they're tied for the best record in the league on the road. So they're not a bad team. That's not a fluke when you are the best record or tied for the best record of road wins, and you're in second place in the division. That's not like some fluky nonsense. You know, Adam is MLB waiting to hear about the Yank game today. Can't imagine being postponed. I mean, I think they'll play a double dip. Nick says I'm talking about today under our Braves, Reds. What's the score of the Reds game? So, I mean, it looks good. I mean, it's no score in the first inning. I guess it could go under. I'm talking about the Reds today as an under. Possibly. I mean, I get it. It's Kershaw. Oh, Kershaw is going to come out, and I don't know. He's going to come out. Could he throw a dud today? Possibly. I mean, I like Ashcraft. The guy's been a gas can. He should be Gascraft. I mean, have you seen his stats for Ashcraft on the year? I mean, and he's a guy I like. I like Hunter Green. I like him. I like Adolo. I think they have some good young pitchers. The guy's got an 11 ERA last few starts. He's got a 9 ERA at home. Teams are hitting 300 against him. I'm sorry, 849. 36 hits, 29 innings, 15 walks. Let's put 50 guys on bases, give up 6 homers, and see what happens. I know what happens. You got 30 earned runs. This is the guy who thinks I'm pitching to an under today? He could be, because he could give up 8 and it stays under the 9, and Dodgers win 8-0. 10 runs last game versus Milwaukee at home in 4 innings. 3 and 5 innings, Cubbies. 7 and 5 innings, St. Louis. 7, there's a fly in here. Where's this fly come from? 7 and 5 innings, Rockies again. So 7 and 5 versus St. Louis, 7 and 5 versus the Rockies. Here's 3 against Miami. We know Miami couldn't hit. White Sox, 8 in an inning and 2/3. 1 run versus San Diego. I always say San Diego's an under team anyway. I mean, he started out good. He had a nice month. Pittsburgh, Atlanta was slow. Philly slow out of the gate. Pittsburgh again, no offense. He shut down Texas. Good for him there. And San Diego. Then all hell breaks loose, basically. 8 runs, 3, 7, 7, 3, 10. I mean, I'm definitely not looking to bet an under with that guy on the hill. King D. Klein's plays with 8-1 yesterday in baseball. Wow. Only lost with Dodgers first 5. They blew a 6-3 lead. Yeah, well. Again, I mean, I'm not saying I told you so about Noah Syndergaard, but from here, I'm like, over 2.5 Reds first 5, over Reds team total game, over for the game period. I mean, Noah Syndergaard's a tough guy to bet on. I mean, Denver minus 160. Who's this? Denver. Is this got to be this WNBA nonsense? Jim's in the house. Good to see you, Jim. So look at the under 6 in the hockey game. I'd go over. I mean, Florida's got some problems. Give me Vegas and give me the over. For Florida to win, they're going to have to start scoring some goals. So over to 6. Took a page out of your book here. It's the 9 plays. Hey, listen. Some days, if you like it, and here's the thing, King. I understand, like when you're starting, like I want to be a little more selective. But as the bankroll builds, you can. We talked about this the other day. I was telling you, you go from 2 games to 4 because now you have more money to bet because you're winning, and then it just progresses. And as many games, again, I have 400 games bet this year. 2 today, and one's postponed. I got 1. I don't. You don't. And again, it takes a long time to say, you know what, I sort of like it, but do you like it enough to put money on it? I mean, and I don't put money on just to put money on something. Yeah, I'll put 50 on it's on TV. Who the hell? I'm not doing that. But again, you're doing well. The bankroll's building. You have to expand it. That's when I talk about like to look at lines like lock up a little bit ahead of time. Try a little future. Put a little bit away, and then you'll have a if it's good value, you think it's a winner. Then you have a little nest egg for down the road. But again, people think this is like a overnight kind of thing. It's not. Brother man, Red Sox or Indians say? It's got to be Indians. I mean, the Sox are bringing up a 32-year-old guy. I don't know. I guess he needs some health care or something. Put him on a roster for a game. He pitched in 2016. He was terrible. 2017 he was terrible. He's gonna come in and what? Pitch 2 innings today. Now I don't love Cleveland. I don't love this offense one bit. Um, Money line. Don't want to lay 140. I understand it's not a lot. I mean, even for me, it's not a lot. I tend to overthink, brother man, and just automatically go, oh, I need run line for plus money. I'd lay 140 with Savelli here. I would. I mean, who's this guy for the Sox? Jim says, like the over 6 in hockey night. Yes, Vegas went over last. Exactly. Last game, Vegas was on the road against Western Conference team, put up 6 alone versus Dallas. Yeah, they're putting up goals. Florida's not stopping anything, number one. We saw that. So even if maybe they get a little better, they're home. Oh, let's circle the wagons. We're down 0-2. We're going to win this game. It'll be a tough one. Even if it's what's it going to be 4-3 over. Nick says, I feel now that Twins and Guardians are good dogs. Whenever they play, they don't give up too many runs. Yes, they don't give up a lot of runs. That's why I just kind of those games I look at the unders. Like I said, I think the last few games they are scoring, especially if they are a weak team like Oakland. Yeah, Oakland's put a couple together, but you're playing a bad Pittsburgh team. Don't be fooled by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a bad team. They're not the Orioles. All right. Marlins today. Where's Miami? Is this what are they playing tomorrow? T-Money, my guy, Mr. Heat. Here we go. Heat money line, but I'll take a Bama score 20 plus in Heat money line. I don't have any imagination to sit back and watch the Heat cash tickets tomorrow. Hey, if it wins, am I going to be shocked they win? They've played like crap. Even in their win, they barely scored. They had a good quarter to get lucky, and Denver still almost won the game. It's over. Next, okay, I'm on the under 9.5 Reds. I mean, I don't hate that simply because Kershaw, I know the Reds have scored runs, but Syndergaard's, I mean, he's terrible. He's not even old Syndergaard. And Goslin, all right, and I like him. He's a 5-inning guy. They got him. Kershaw's it's a whole different planet. You talk about playing Kershaw compared to those guys. Am I running a bet and under? No, because I could see the Dodgers could easily score. Again, I don't know what the lineup was today. Maybe they're resting guys. It's an early game. So I don't kind of hate it because, I could see this game being a 7-2 game. It's a blowout, but it's still an under. I mean, team puts up 7. I mean, you take a team has scored 7 runs and you have an over in that game. You're like, what happened here? Team says lost on a Rays run line. I hate them. Lost Jimmy over 6 rebounds. Well, he's terrible. Porter Jr. double no, but Cash Murray double 300 of props. Yeah, well, Porter's been bad. Butler, what are they gonna do? I'm surprised they couldn't get 6.5 rebounds because they couldn't hit anything. The Moose, thanks to you. If I hit that under, I'll hit a little higher. I'll hit it a little lighter, just in case you're right. Okay, Mr. Pritchard. No, T-Money. Oilers aren't going to do anything this year. The Oilers aren't going to be cash cow long term. Yeah, I mean it was 10-2. They lost the game here. I mean, T-Money, You're I mean, it's one game that they lost yesterday, and all I said was, all right, they're and Burns, and I think Burns is a little. I think he's hurt. I don't care. I don't think he's healthy. So I'm going to take a underdog that has that is tied for the most wins on the road. I mean, why can't you? And I'm not an Oriole guy. I said beginning of the year I thought the Orioles were last year. I'm not huge on them, and I can say I'm wrong because they're in second place. Come on, they won't be a cash cow because they're going to be. Someone's going to say, "Why are we?" I'm sorry, these guys are in second place still for the second year in a row. Are we going to make them a favorite at all? That's why they won't be a cash cow. It won't be a cash cow because they're losing. It'll be a cash cow because instead of being an underdog every game, they're going to turn into a favorite. Tampa Bay -11. I don't hate this. They've won 5 in a row, Davis. Twins have dropped 4 in a row. Twins are, I think, the third worst hitting team on the road. They're hitting like 220. Rays the best, or right at the top. Them in Texas, interchangeable average, on base, slugging, on base plus slugging, homers, runs scored. Yeah, I mean, lay it. Stats say over to Moose. I'm hitting over to 6. Take that over. I'm with you on the over on the ice, Jim. I agreed. To Moose didn't want to listen to me. He just wants to listen to you. But yes, Florida does not stop at anything, and for them to win, they're not gonna come here and win this game 2-0. They got to score 4 minimum, because I think Vegas is going to score 3 or 4. So, Steven, Baltimore seems to be chalky. Well, Colin Ray's not that good, and Bradis has pitched well. So yeah, they're a fave today. But this is going back to them having the most wins on the road with the Braves at 20 wins. Can we get them a little? Can they get a little credit for being the best road team in baseball, or tied for the most wins on the road in baseball? And you're playing a pitcher who's he's blah. And it's 115. It's not like you're laying 140. You're not Clayton Kershaw laying 240 on the road here. I mean, who else is a fave? You're not even Framber playing a 130 spot. Although I think Framber's better than Bradish, but Barrios is also better than Ray. I mean, I don't hate the Orioles today. Marlins run line was what I went with over the Orioles since. Or Marlins over the Orioles since I burned. Okay, so you went. Okay, T-Money. So you went Brewers run line over the Orioles. I'm not buying in Burns. He has. I don't trust him. I think going even back to last year, whether he was tired down the stretch, he's not been dominant. Look at his stats. Strikeouts are down. Like Bieber. Bieber's the same way. Down, down, down. I like the under Cobb salad K-prop. There you go, little Cobb salad. Cobb salad has the meat on it, right? A little ham and cheese in the Cobb. I know chef salad has a lot of stuff, but the Cobb I think just has ham in it. T-Money. Sean, MLB is a billion games long. I don't get high into teams until mid-July, even though the Reds, I have to say, maybe onto something. Reminds me of the Nats that won the World Series not long ago. The Reds, the problem with the Reds for me was, can they hit? And one, they brought up De La Cruz, who's supposed to be just a flat-out stud. Like, I mean, he's I like that guy. Can they get hitting? All right. As Hunter Green, I love Hunter Green. Guy comes in, strikes out 10 guys in 2 innings. I mean, just ridiculous nonsense. I know you can't strike out 10 guys in 2 innings, folks. I'm just being silly. He's really good. I think Ashcraft's a good pitcher. I think Lodalo's a decent pitcher. All right. They got some other young guys. Lively's pitched really well. I mean, Abbott has decent numbers in the minor. So who knows? I don't know if they're the Nats, because the Nats had Strauss. Pretty sure wasn't Scherzer on that team as well. I mean, Strasburg was pretty good when he was healthy. They had maybe a little better offensive weapons than, hey, let's hope for Joey Votto to come back and hit like he's 24. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's let's not put him into that category. Couldn't they shock and maybe hang on a little longer than the Pirates? It's possible because this division is crap. We knew the Cards were going to be garbage. I didn't think the Cubs would be bad. I mean, the Cubs, you got guys who are actually pitching well for them. I talked about the Twins with Gray, Ober, and John Ryan with 2 ERAs. Dude, Steele's pitching well. Stroman's pitching well. Smiley's got decent numbers. Like, they have guys pitching well. Where's the bats? So this division's wide open because I think Milwaukee's going to trade Burns. They're not paying him. No way. No way. And yeah, it's 1 billion games long. That's why I love it. Took the over 8.5 on Ashcraft. Took the over 8.5 for runs there, Steve, on Ashcraft. Jim Pritchard. Plus, go hit up Higgs Paid Picks. Give the man some support for doing all these freebies for us. $31 for a week, Jim. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm sure football season somebody will want to join for $31 when I'm going to be making you a dime a week easy. Steven, Davis minus 160 on Denver. He's talking about the finals. The 160 on Denver. All right. The money line is 160? I guess that makes sense. You know what? I didn't because again I didn't even look at it what the money line was. Although I saw I had it at a 130. I saw by like it was up to like a 145. Yes. Yeah. All right. I still like Denver, Davis. Nuggets. Raising a championship banner next year. Nick, any lean on the Rays and Twins? On Millie? Usually lost when I bet on Rays, but just bet when you say. So, Twins on money line. I like the Rays here. It's a short number. Why wouldn't I lay it? They've won 5 in a row. Twins have lost 4 in a row. They are the best or right at the top at home hitting against whoever. They're good at home. Milwaukee is bad on the road. One of the worst. I think they're the bottom 3 hitting teams. And as I say, I'm not looking for a team. Oh, this is their due. I'm not betting on due. Or this is the game they break out. No. Can't do it. 115 worth a shot. If it loses, that's 115. Can rebound from that pretty easy. Twins one lane came down. It's almost a pick 'em. That was a pitch. That was also a pitching change too. Overnight line had Glass now. It's a different pitcher. Nick. King D. Right, exactly. I appreciate the good criticism. No, people come in and they think I don't try to talk down. I say this all the time. People come in and do parlays. I'm not a big parlay guy. I'm not a huge fave guy. Right? I mean, I joke that I overthink it. Probably cost myself money because I won't do a 140 run line or 140 money line. I'll have to be like, I'm going to take the run line and show everybody I'm smarter than the average bear. That's stupid sometimes. And I say it. I leave money out on the table. Yes. Could there be losers in there? Yes. Either way. Do I leave leave bets out there that I could make? Yeah. And even after 30 years, I'm a human. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to lose a game. I don't try to belittle or criticize. Everybody's bankroll different. There's different ways. I know guys who win doing parlays or just props or first fives. I get it. You have to be disciplined enough to do that. And 99% of people are not. You're doing it right, King. Start out a couple games. Build your bankroll. You can't just come in and bet like I bet on a 26 games on college basketball Saturday, 300, 500 bucks across the board. You guys got good luck with that. Hope you have a 150,000 ready to roll when you're on a 7-17 run. Good luck. Steve Bowman. I'm just playing 2 plays. Cobb under Ks, under 8 Js. I like the J's. I got 8.5 last night, so I'm with you on that 100%. And the Cobb Ks, I don't hate it. Right? It's in Colorado. Colorado's a little better at home, but again, that's not my favorite of the 2. T-money. Something tell me the Mets today, but I won't touch it. You look at that line, how aren't they telling you? Justin Verlander plus 150, 160? I mean, think about that for a second. Verlander's a 160 dog. People are going to run to bet the Mets. I got to take the Mets. Got Verlander plus 155 today. Yeah, 5 in a row for the Mets. Haven't looked good all year. 500 team. But here we are. People want to bet the Mets. T money. Vegas may score over 6. So I think it's I like Vegas. I'll probably come in on the over too. Nick says, "Are we looking at another red surprise loaded in base against Dodgers?" That would be hilarious if they win again because, as I said, no way they get swept. Dodgers have lost 4 in a row. People are just going to bet thinking, oh, they can't lose again. That's the old, well, we know somebody. He's from Vegas and his name starts with D. This would be a perfect play for him. Keep doubling up, baby. Doubling up, you never lose. Easy. Easy gambling. So easy. Jerry, hello, my friend. How are you today? We got the Astros today, baseball all day long. You know, I love easy money. Here we go to easy money. I don't know if it's going to be easy. I do like Framber. I like the under. I think he could stymie the Jays a little bit. And he's definitely better than Brios in my book. But Brios at home has been pretty good. I don't know if it's easy, but I do like the Stros. I prefer the under. I want the under. I have the under. Davis, NBA Finals 3-1. Yeah, well, it'll be 4-1 pretty soon, Davis. Take the Nuggets. Here we go. Kershaw looking shaky. Somebody just said the bases are loaded. What do you think about the Mets' first 5? Verlander and Strider. Strider's giving up 2 runs in most of his first 5s. I can't. See, this is the thing. How are you getting involved on a Met team that's dropped 5 in a row? Now they're going to come out and play good? Verlander hasn't pitched all that super. I mean, Strider's been giving up runs. I understand. I can't go and just back a team playing bad baseball right now. And you can be like, well, it's because the bullpen. Exactly. It's a bad team. I don't want to get involved with a bad team. I can't do it. No thank you to the Mets. No thank you. JD Martinez is out for LA. No JD in a early game. San Diego State, August 26th, college football. I'll do some college football tonight, Davis, because I made some college football the other day for you. I put in the chat here. Now I haven't bet these yet, but I like these games. Navy 21, Minnesota 7.5 over Nebraska, Georgia Tech +8 over Louisville, TCU to crush Colorado, Penn State over West Virginia, Duke +12 over Clemson. Where were you at with San Diego State? I'll look at it a little more. Steve says, never mind for JD Martinez. No runs first innings. I'll cash hopefully in the Cincy game. We'll see how that goes. Davis said, no, Davis does not speak. Davis just types in. Nick, just asking, have any lucky number one bet is minus 275. Whenever I bet it, I bet 300, I lose. I was thinking about this. If someone was to talk about was asking me like, oh, what's the most you ever bet and this kind of stuff. Well, and it's varied over each year. Like, football season now, I could, move a couple thousand on games. And it's like, oh, well, scared money, make money, stuff like that. That's, if you're a gambler, and I'm a bettor. People are like, oh, tout guy. I don't consider myself a tout guy. I'm a bettor. I've been on sites for 20 years. I did it because, hey, it was fun. Now it's commonplace. 20 years ago, it was definitely not. But I am, I guess, like superstitious when it comes to my things. And you've heard me say this. I talk about my little win streak things. I want to bet on this or that. Money wise, it used to be. I don't know if it was just a total. It's more of just like I know once I start going higher on wherever, like I start pressing things, this bad things usually happen. I don't know why. Maybe it's just I was, due to lose, it was a bad pick, whatever. I don't know. I just kind of, baseball. I'm going to bet 1,000 games, average probably about 300 a game. Again, people that's not a lot. I mean, between 150 $300, you're betting 1,000 games, you're talking $250,000 in bets. And as I said, you should have 10 times your bankroll to bet a game. So, whenever I kind of like for baseball, I don't know. As it on smaller cards, do I bet a little more? Yes, but I don't think it's a specific number for me to be like, I can't bet that I'm going to lose. It's just when I seem to get cocky and you're like, oh, this is great. I'm just going to start doubling and doing it. That's where I always find myself in trouble. Like, what was I doing? Like, why did I up that? I said, keep the same. Don't get, money man. You need money management. Davis says Florida State college football won last year's match versus LSU. I kind of like LSU this year. I had Florida State last year, Davis. I like LSU this year. Nick says, yes, I remember I told you before the game started, I said my over in a race game to lose, which I'll bet you can see the line movement. Guess what? Yeah. That was like a 1-0. What was that game yesterday? 6-0? I think I had some. Was that the 1-0 game yesterday? It was 1-0. Baltimore is tied for the third best record in MLB. Oh, only the third best record. Yeah, they're overrated. Minnie has no bats. They have bats, they just don't hit. That's the problem. They have guys who you think like, oh, this guy's going to be good, and they're not. Rice football not good. Join a new conference. Yeah, we'll do some more football because I got to wrap up. I got to go do what's that show? Bet Win Repeat. It just started, so I got to head over there. They're probably waiting for me. It's Thursday, right? Today's Thursday. I'll never understand the Rockies, Padres, even Tigers to a lesser extent have all the talent but stink. Again, let's just start off. I mean, again, it really starts with the Padres, guys. And I've talked about it he talked about the Reds and the Nats going on runs. If your team, you have a bunch of great guys, if no one's playing good at a certain time, you're in the tank. Tigers had injuries. Pitching staff, all the young guys always hurt. And the Rockies don't have anybody. Let's be honest. Rockies don't have a good team. Padres guys, no one's performing. They're underperforming significantly. The entire team is underperforming. That's just a crazy anomaly. Tigers have injuries. Under 7.5, even money raise game. I don't hate the under there. I mean, again, it's a bullpen day, so no thank you. Looks like my under will cash, no runs unless there's some 4 or 5 innings. Blowout now came down 7.5. What game's that? The Tampa? Dallas' opinion on Vegas, 2-step of the Aces, Golden Knights. Forget the Aces. It doesn't count. Vegas Golden Knights, take them. Any over. Okay, done. Raise 275. The old 275. I don't mind the old 50 timers back in the day for like 250. Lose 265 to win 250. 60 time bets, 330 for 300. Brewers 275 right now against the Orioles. Alonso might be out for the Mets. Yeah, he's not playing today. 4 games done. Money line. Brewers, loser. Rays, okay. Astros, sure. Under Reds game. We'll bet some totals after these games. Good luck on your afternoon picks. Scare money, don't make money is my motto. I mean, it sounds like that, but it's not. I mean, if you have a bankroll, you didn't get it by being callous with your cash, Reason I like Cobb under 4.5. Cobb hasn't hit around, has been hit around, of course. The Rockies are decent at home, although they haven't shown it by blowing games, but they do hit. So I don't hate it, Steve. But like I said, I like the other total better than that. Total came down 6. The total 6.5. And what game's this? The Rays game at 6.5. All right, I got to run because I got to go do another show. Look at the lines tonight. Maybe we'll do some college football. Look at the lines is apparently an hour show now, so many people come in at night.